guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Pretty Nikki. If you're new here, welcome. And if you are returning, thank you so much for taking your time to come on back. So guys, today I bring you another episode of Jay's Corner. And y'all, Jay is at church. He's at church. If you remember the previous episode, he went out with Judah to Waffle House and he met Pastor Dollar. And Pastor Dollar invited him to come to church. He told him that service began at 10:30. He got to the church and they were having so many technical difficulties. So church is a little late today. But y'all, he is here and he is listening to to Pastor Dollar, and Pastor Dollar is welcoming everyone to the church, and everyone is in here, y'all. Jay on his phone, he's like, man, I don't even know why I'm here. He is a little bit stoned, and so y'all, he is just looking around the church, and he's sitting next to Miss Parker. And he got, let me show you guys who's in the front row. This is Pastor Dollar's wife and his daughter. Y'all, this is the wife that we met at the Waffle House, and this is his daughter, and her name is Imani. And y'all, what's his name? Jay is looking and he is like, man, she is beautiful. And he's just like, she may be out of my league anyway. I'm not even going to like try to entertain that, but he is going to introduce himself a little bit later. And so the pastor is preaching, y'all, and he's like, listen, back in my day, y'all, the person that you see now is not who was here. I was for the streets. I used to be out here. I used to be selling. I was on every corner. I was doing, this. But I went to prison and I got saved in there, y'all. I got saved. I was doing everything. Anything that you can think of. I was robbing the old. I was robbing the church. I was doing everything. And not Nalani giving y'all, Nalani here too. Nalani giving him the side eye, and the pastor says preaching, and he says preaching. And y'all, Jay is just like, wow, this man is speaking facts. And he's talking to Miss Parker, and he's like, Miss Parker, who is that girl in the front? And Miss Parker is like, that's the preacher's kid. You can't be looking at her like that. And he's like, man, but she is beautiful. And he's like, yeah, it's cool. Can we just pay attention to the service? And so y'all, they paying attention to the service, and there's someone on the piano, and Pastor sweating. He's like, man, I hope y'all feel me, but don't forget to put some offering in the offering basket. And y'all, they are preaching and preaching, and everyone is like just getting into it, and they're like, man, he is speaking facts. And y'all, Jay was feeling really down before all of this, so he's kind of happy that he came. He's like, this really kind of uplifted him a lot, and he really needed to hear this message, and he's glad that he came. And he's like, man, is it getting hot up in here, or is it the service? And y'all, it's a service, and he's over here preaching still. Judah, we in church. We can't come to you right now, sweetheart. We in church. We getting that Holy Ghost feeling. It's 3:19 p.m. So I need Pastor to wrap it up. And so y'all, Pastor is done, and I'm gonna have Pastor come and greet him. Let us do friendly. Let's just come greet him. Come on, Pastor. Pastor's like, y'all, thank y'all for coming to the service. I hope y'all enjoyed it. And so y'all, I have everyone stay seated, so that's why no one is moving. But I'm gonna allow everyone to leave their seats. They can all leave their seats now, but they weren't allowed to. So that's why they were sitting down like that. And I think it's such a great mod to have in your game. So now everyone is going to be getting up. Church is over. And they're like, man, that was some good service. And so I'm going to have, it looks like everyone is hot. And I don't know why, but everyone is burning up. And they were like, man, we got to fix the AC up in here. And so I'm going to have, Jay introduce himself to Imani and kind of just talk to his wife, talk about church activities. Y'all, they hot. Oh gosh. They are burning up. And I think it's a church mod. I just feel like this church mod really doesn't work. I really wish that it did, but it is not working at all. So he's gonna introduce himself. He's like, "Hi, I'm Jay." She's like, "Hi Jay. Did you enjoy the service? I've never seen you here before. Is this your first time visiting?" And he's like, "Yeah, this is my first time visiting. You know, your dad, he's like, your dad, he invited me and I'm glad that I came. It's a real cool church. He don't really talk like all the other church folks be talking." And she's like, "No, my dad, he's different. Like he's different." And yeah, he's just a different dude, so you ain't got to worry about him like ever, coming to you. He's just gonna teach you facts. He's from the streets, and she's like, "Yeah, you should come next week. We'll be glad to just have you here." And Jay is there. He's like, "Man, it's really really late." And so y'all, everyone is going to start heading home, but the pastor is going to invite him to come. So I'm going to control the pastor, and he's going to invite Jay to come to dinner with his family. And so that's what we are going to do. We're going to go to dinner with them. The pastor just feel like Jay has potential, and he feel like he's a really good guy, and he don't want to see him like kind of just squander his life away. And so we are about to leave, and we are going to go get some dinner since it is 4:37 p.m. and the pastor just feels very bad that he kept everyone here. And so y'all, we're going to go there. So guys, we made it to the restaurant after the church service, and y'all, Jay is like looking around because he's like, he's never been anywhere that was so nice. He's used to that rough lifestyle. He's used to going to like fast food restaurants, and so he's not used to this. And so he's like, what should we order? And the pastor was like, "You know what, you can go ahead and you can order for the table. We got to use the bathroom." And y'all, he is saying, "We're going to all have iced tea. I'm going to get that for everyone." And then as far as meals go, and I had a nice little Jamaican restaurant put down, y'all. And unfortunately, when I got to the restaurant, it was giving me an error message. Oh my gosh, guys, I'm so sorry. I apologize for that. I live in Georgia, and lately, when I tell you, we've been getting like some horrible thunderstorms. I don't know what's going on, but it is just different. I've never experienced anything like this, and I've been in Georgia for a while. And y'all, it's just different. It's just different. So if you hear a little thunder, I apologize in advance. But y'all, Jay got the steak. He can't afford no steak, and he feel like if it's gonna be on somebody else's bill, he might as well just make the best of it. And y'all, he keep getting clients that keep asking, saying that they want to come by, but he's trying to be respectful, and he's trying his hardest not to like interfere. Like he don't want the pastor to see him doing these things, and he definitely don't want the pastor's daughter, he don't want Amari to see that that he's out here selling stuff. And so he's just trying his hardest to be respectful. So while they're waiting, I'm gonna have him talk to Amari. Y'all, Amari is like a little geek, like she really is. I'm gonna have them kind of discuss their interests. And she's like, "Hey, so what do you like?" She's like, "I like to go to Bible study and read my Bible, and I like to go jogging and stuff like that." And he's like, "Oh, okay, 1 second, the waitress is here, let me order our food." And so y'all, that's what he's going to do. "Oh, waitress, she look good. Okay, girl. Okay, grandma, I see you, grandma." And so they're talking, and they were like, "Man, that was such a powerful service." And Jay's like, "Yeah, I've never really heard a pastor talk like that before." And Pastor Dollar is like, "I'm just trying to reach the young folks as much as I can." And Jay is like, "Okay, That's good to hear. He don't really have much to say. He's just listening because, he just feel like these people are like way out of his, his normal group that he speaks to. And so y'all, their food just came and it looks so good. They got the steak and the girls got the salmon. And so I'm gonna have him eat his salmon and hopefully they'll start eating their food too. But y'all, it's just great that, he gets to just be out of his normal environment and just be around some positive people because that's all he needs. He's really looking for guidance and so yeah, he's looking for guidance and he's just hoping that he can just get it from like the right group of people. He's not gonna stop selling because I mean he needs to make his money and that's the only way that he really knows how to. But it's just good to be around a whole different company. And so the pastor was like, Jay, what do you want to do? Like, I mean, are you in school? Do you want, what are your long-term goals? And he's like, I mean, I like to go fishing and, he's like, I like to go fishing. And, the pastor dollar is like, maybe one day we can go fishing. I love to go fishing too. And he's like, yeah, from what I remember when I was younger, my stepmom and a lot of the foster group, we used to go fishing a lot. And, Amir is shaking her head. She's like, I've never been fishing before. Dad, you've never taken me fishing. And, they're just having their conversation and she's like, man, I just want to travel the world. I just can't wait to see what's out there. And Jay is like, he's just listening and he's just looking at her and he's like, man, this girl got a lot of ambition. And he's not used to being around girls like that because most of the girls that he's around, he's either selling to them or he just talked to them for fun. But it's just good for him to just be around a good little group. And Amir looks like look at her teeth, y'all. She got her little braces and she just looks so cute. And Pastor Dolly is just gonna tell him, like, you know what, if you ever need anything, feel free to ask. And eat up your meal. Like, you know, I'm happy that you were able to just come out with my family. One of these days, I am going to have a pool party by the house. I'm going to invite a lot of our church members. So feel free to come. And so, y'all, I'm going to have him they're going to go to the front. We're going to end meal. And I'm going to have him say bye to the family. But for now, he's just talking to Imani, and he's just like, you know what, maybe we should exchange numbers. There's no harm in that. And she's like, yeah, if you want to come to a Bible study, that's no problem. And so I'm gonna have him kind of flirt with her for a little bit, and not her flirting back. She's like, this is different, okay, and that's about it because I don't want him to ruin her. Like she's a really cool girl. And so what I'm going to do is just have him give her a friendly bye. Let's just say bye and we'll see each other on another day or something. And like I said, I do want him to go and he's like, you know what? Feel free. I do like to work out and if you ever want to work out, I know that the pastor and his wife are not here doing stuff. And he's like, do you know where your mom and your dad went? And she's like, no. And so y'all, she is like, no, I don't know where they went. They were just here. But you know what? He's like, do you want to go for a walk until they come back? And she's like, sure, we can go for a walk. I have no problem with that. So I'm gonna have them come over here and sit and chat. So guys, Jay and Imani came outside and he's like, you know what, outside is just so pretty. You need to tell me about yourself. And she's like, no, I don't really do much. I stay home. I try to my best to just follow my dad's lead in everything that he kind of teaches me. And he's like, I wish I had a dad that actually cared about me. Like, you're really lucky to just have a good family like that. And she's like, yeah, I know I am. And he's like, you know what? You are really cool. Like, I didn't expect for a pastor daughter to behave like the way that you do. And she's like, nah, you're cool too. We can really be good friends, if you want. Like, I can introduce you to some of my friends, and hopefully we can just get you to kind of, meet friends since you're new in town. And he's like, that would be really, really nice. So what I'm gonna do is have Jay basically just go for a walk and just kind of think about everything. He's like, man, today was really, really nice. I'm so happy that I got to hang out with that family. And I'm just really excited. It's just good to just relax for a day and not have to like worry about a lot of things. And in this moment, y'all, Jay has forgotten all about his bills and, you know, being out in the street and just hustling all the time. And y'all, I'm hoping that Jay can kind of turn his life around. Because he is a cool guy. He's just really, really lost. And I just feel like he just needs some type of sense of direction. And yeah, I'm going to go ahead and end today's episode right here. You guys, please feel free to comment down below and just let me know how you felt. I know this episode is really, really short, but thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Bye, guys.